Good morning, my dear students, and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online support program. This is our English language class. This is for class 3, and I'm your teacher, Fatma Tulhera. In today's lesson, we will learn a few new concepts like spinning, in which we will learn that what is spinning and the axis around which our Earth spins. Number 2, we will learn about orbit, what is an orbit, and how Earth orbits around the Sun. In stage 3, we will go through a comprehension that is again related to the time and the earth. And in the last part, we will learn to use will in our future facts. That is grammar. So let's begin our lesson. First of all, we will learn about spin. Suppose there is a pole, or we can say that imagine that there is a line that passes through the center of the earth. And earth rotates around this pole or this imaginary line. But this line or this pole is not straight. It's little tilted, and earth rotates around it in a little tilted way. This movement of earth that you are currently watching is called spinning of the earth around, and this line around which the earth is rotating is called axis of rotation. Our second concept was orbit. What is an orbit? Orbit is a circular path on which the earth moves around the sun. This orbit of the earth has been shown with this white line, but again this white line doesn't appear in real. It has been made to show you and to make your concept clear. As the earth moves on its orbit, and by the time it completes one circle, we humans actually on earth experience the completion of 1 year. It means one complete circle of the earth is equals to 1 year. Half circle means 6 months. This movement is showing you that how the earth orbits around the sun. And side by side, you can also see the earth keeps on spinning around its axis, due to which we experience day and night. Now let's go through the comprehension that has been given in your textbooks from page 70 till 72. So I would request you all to open up your textbook page 70, and then let's begin. So this is the comprehension, time and the earth. In case you haven't opened your book and haven't taken your pencil in your hands, please pause the video, listen, and get the pencil and open the book page 70. Now I hope you all have your books in front of you. So let's begin the reading. What time it is? What time is it? Now that's a very good question. From morning until night, clocks help us to plan our day. They tell us when things begin and when they end. Before clocks, people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. They started work when the sun came up in the east. At noon, when the sun was very high, they used to eat and rested. When the sun disappeared in the west, they went to bed. Now, in this paragraph, the writer is telling us that how people used to tell time and how they used to work when there were no clocks. So basically, people were watching the movement of the sun. Now there is a small box with the title Think. Now let's read it. Point to where the sun is when people wake up and at noon and when people go to bed. Now they are asking you about three different times and they are asking you to point towards the position of the sun. I hope you all can see the picture that is on the right side of the paragraph. On the left hand side, you can see that the sun is rising. It means this is east, the time when people used to wake up. Then, in the middle of the picture, in the upper part, when the sun is very high, it is actually noon. And at this time, people used to eat and rest. Then on the right side, we can see that the sun is setting in the west. Now, this was the time when people used to go to bed. Now, let's learn further. Today, we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. As in the past, people used to believe that it is the sun that is actually moving around the earth. But this is the wrong concept. As we have seen in the previous concept, that this is the earth that actually moves around the sun. So let's read again. Today we know that the sun doesn't move around the earth. The earth turns and spins on an imaginary line called an axis. As the earth turns, the sun seems to be moving across the sky. The time it takes for the earth to make one complete turn is called a day. A day is divided into hours, minutes, and seconds. Now, this is something that I believe we all know, that there are 24 hours in a day and there are 60 minutes in an hour. Now, the book writer is actually asking that how many minutes are there in a day? Now, he is asking about the minutes. So, first of all, we will recall that how many hours do we have in a day? Obviously, we have 24 hours. And in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. So, we will simply multiply 60 minutes with 24 hours. This is because in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. So, to get the answer, we will multiply 24 with 60. That becomes 1440 minutes. So there are 1440 minutes in one day. Let's move to page number 71. We measure time by other movements too. The earth travels around or orbits the sun. The time it takes for the earth to go around the sun once is called a year. That means when earth completes one complete circle on its orbit, we actually, on earth, we humans, we say that we have completed 1 year. The earth has completed its 1 year. 1 year is equal to 12 months or just over 52 weeks. To be very accurate, it takes the earth 365 days, 4 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds to go around the sun. Now, this time is the calculated time that has been done by the scientist on the basis of a lot of research and work that they have done. So one complete circle around the sun, Earth takes 365 days, 5 hours, 49 minutes, and 12 seconds. Let's move further. Time zones. Now, what are the time zones? Actually, the Earth has been divided into 24 time zones, or you can say that 24 parts. Each part is called as time zone, one time zone. Each time zone is 1 hour apart from the next time zone. It means if you go from one time zone and you, or you can say that if you call a person that is living in the next time zone, and if you are having 10 o'clock, that person will be having 11 o'clock, because each time zone is having a difference of 1 hour. So now let's read again. We divide the earth into 24 time zones. Each time zone is 1 hour apart from the next time zone. For example, when it is 10 a.m. where you live. Before reading further, what do you think on the other part of the world what time it would be? Any guesses? They are saying that if it is 10 a.m. where you live, what will be the time on the other part of the world? So it will be 10 p.m. on the opposite side of the world. In 2 hours, it will be noon where you live, but on the other side of the world, it will be 12 at night. If you are having 12 in the morning, they will be having 12 at night. Thanks to clocks and calendars that we can measure time very easily. However, it is the movement of the earth that really allows us to measure time. This was all from our comprehension. I hope you go through its reading again by yourself and you revise all the concepts that we have gone through. So, this is the exercise. So, now the part A, multiply to find the amount of time and talk about your answers with your partner. A small table is given. The first statement says that 4 minutes is equals to how many seconds? Now, as you can see that on the right side, there is a small box and they have given you a small key to answer or to solve the table that is on the left. So 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. And in your book, they are asking that how many seconds do we have in 4 minutes? So let's recall that how many seconds we have in 1 minute first. So we have 60 seconds in 1 minute. So simply multiply 60 seconds with 4 and you will get the number of seconds in 4 minutes. That is 240 and it's been done by the book writer already. The second statement is 2 hours. And now they are asking about how many minutes do we have in 2 hours. Again, just recall that how many minutes do we have in 1 hour. On right hand side, the key is given and it's written that in 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So now simply again multiply the 60 minutes with the 2 hours and you will get your answer, that is 120 minutes. Now let me explain that how we are doing it. See, 4 minutes is equals to 240 seconds and how they have calculated it, 4 multiplied by 60. Why 60? Because in 1 minute we have 60 seconds. Second statement was 2 hours is equals to how many minutes? They are asking about minutes. So we will multiply 2 with 60 because in 1 hour we have 60 minutes. So when we multiply it with 2, we will get the answer. Third statement is 3 days is equals to how many hours? So if in 1 hour, in 1 day we have 24 hours. So simply multiply this 24 with 3 days and we will get the answer that how many hours do we have in 3 days. Statement number 4. 3 weeks is equals to how many days? Like how many days do we have in 3 weeks? So first of all, you have to tell me that how many days do we have in 1 week? In case you have given the right answer, I really appreciate. In case if you have given the wrong answer, still no problem. They have given you the key in your books. 1 week is having 7 days. You can count yourself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We have 7 days in 1 week. So multiply this 7 with the 3 weeks and you will get the answer. Last statement is 4 years is equals to how many months? Again, first we will find out that how many months do we have in 1 year. And yes, it's 12. 12 months in 1 year. So multiply 12 with number 4 and you will get the answer. It's very easy. I hope you all do it by yourself and enjoy it. So let's move forward. That is our last part, grammar, in which we will learn about the future facts with will. First of all, we will learn that what are facts, and then we will learn that how we will use will in our future facts. Side by side, we will also go through some contractions. This section will include few exercises in which we will first look at the picture, we will read the text, and then we will write the answer. And again, unscramble the sentences. Now, what are facts? Facts are the true statements. It means that there is no confusion in these statements. These are the true statements that every person will agree that these are the facts because they are always the true statements. For example, if I say that now it's 10 p.m. and after 2 hours it will be 10 p.m. So it's true. No one can say that no, it's a lie. So these are facts. In 2 hours it will be noon here, but on the other side of the world it won't be noon. Or we can say it will not be noon. I have used the contraction here that we are definitely going to learn. So these are the facts. Now on the right side, the use of will. We will use will to talk about the future facts. Will is always used in the future statements, the statements that are related to the future facts. The time right now is 10 a.m. After 1 hour, it will be 11 a.m. because this is something we are talking about the future time. I hope you are clear with what are facts and how we will use the word will in our future statements. So let's move further. Now this is a small key to grab the basic concepts and this is given in your workbooks. First of all, come to the right side, contractions with will. Here they have told you the short form we can say that can be used in the statements with will. I will, she will, he will, you will, they will, we will. These all words can be written as a single word using apostrophe. So they have shown you this. Now on the left side, they are telling you how to use will in your statements. In 2 hours, it will be 4. Now she'll go to bed tonight at 10. Now she will, they have combined it and they have written the contraction here. What about if you are making a question? In that case, you will write will at the beginning of the statement. Will you have a birthday party? Yes, I will. No, I won't. Want is again the contraction of will not. Again, we have a question statement, but now it's starting from where. So let's see where we will write will. Where will you be at 4 this afternoon? Again, will be used right after the question word, that is where. The answer is I'll be at school. So let's solve few statements given in the exercise. Now look and complete the sentences. This is part B. Look at the pictures, complete the sentences to make the future facts with will. Picture number 1. Now it's 11 a.m. In 2 hours, it won't be 3 p.m. In brackets, they have given you the helping verb or a hint, we can say. You can write will not be, but the contraction won't is written here. So whenever you will be writing will not, you will use won't. I have written will not be on the top of above the answer to clear the concept. Now picture number 2. And as I can see that there is a question mark at the end of the statement. That means we are making a question. And if you remember in the previous part, they have shown that when we are making questions, we use the word will at the beginning. I'm talking about statement number 3. So now in brackets they have written you be, and now we have to add will. So it will become, will you be at soccer practice this afternoon? And the answer will be, yes, I will, as the boy is imagining about the soccer practice. Similarly, picture number 3. Where will you be at 6 p.m.? Now speak the answer before I do. I will be at home eating dinner. As you can see in the picture, he is eating dinner. Picture number 4. Please do it before I do. When will you do your homework? I will do it after dinner. So now this was all from my side. This is page number 64. 63 we have done. Now this is 64 that I'm giving you as an AFL. In part C, you have to unscramble the sentences. In part D, again, you will look at the pictures and you will just mark the correct option. And then in part E, you will rewrite the sentences to tell what will happen tomorrow. And textbook page number 72, that is right after the comprehension. Part A, we have already done. And part B will be your AFL. That means your homework. So best wishes with that. I hope you enjoyed your lesson. See you next week. Allah Hafiz.